Hi guys, today I'm sharing with you a very personal story, how I manifested my dream body even though I had so much resistance to losing weight. In this video, it's not just about a change of appearance. It is a video about overcoming resistance. It doesn't matter what you're manifesting, whether it is a specific person or money, your dream body, or health. This is a video for anyone who is doubting that they can change their mindset, their stories. Anyone who is battling resistance, because if I have overcome it, you can do that too. But before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. I am Elle. I am your guide on this journey to manifesting the life that you desire. And if you're looking for one-on-one support, I'm having a Black Friday sale, 20% off. So check out the description box below. But right now, let's jump right into it. Growing up, I had a really difficult relationship with my body, and a lot of that stemmed from my grandmother. She would control my food, she would count calories, she would bully me into losing weight, and all of this started when I was around 9 or 10. That was overwhelming, and it made me feel like my body was not good enough, and I am defined by my body. So it was a very traumatic experience for me, being so young and having to go through all of these things. As a result, I built up so much resistance to the idea of losing weight that one of my stories was that losing weight meant that I was doing exactly what my grandmother wanted, that she would win, that she would get what she wanted, and that going around eating whatever I wanted was freedom. Whether I was hungry or not, whatever came to my mind, I wanted to eat. So when I left my grandmother's house to university, I put on so much weight, I think over 50 pounds. And I was frozen because I couldn't bring myself to losing weight. But I was lucky that I was studying psychology, because then I understood there is something really wrong here in the way that I'm thinking, and I do have to work on that. I do have to change that. Going to therapy helped me to process a lot of the things and rethink all of the stories that I had. But it was when I learned about manifestation that my life really started changing. But in the beginning, I knew that my story, my end goal couldn't be losing that amount of weight, because that was very triggering to me. I knew that I had to rethink that goal in a way that I could start doing it now without having to fight my mind. So I knew that I needed a new goal, and I went on a deep dive. Then I realized that what I thought was my goal was not my goal. I thought that I wanted to lose weight. But why did I want to lose weight? How do I want to feel? How do I want to look like? What do I want to do? And I realized that I wanted to lose weight because I wanted to feel healthy and I want to be sporty. And here's the kicker. I wasn't sporty at all. In fact, I hated anything that involved exercising, and I definitely would not go on a diet. The sound of this word, diet or dieting, would freak me out because my entire life was a diet. So I thought, I don't want to do this. I want to manifest my change of mind, and I want that this happens naturally. I was also terrified of weighting myself. So I did have to find something different to measure my progress, my development. And I decided that I would, first of all, focus on how I was feeling, and secondly, how my body was changing. That simple shift in perspective was the beginning of everything for me. And it started small. The only thing that I really enjoyed doing was yoga or going for a walk. I suddenly realized, oh, my sister used to play tennis when she was a kid, so I would like to try that too. And I loved that. And slowly, everything changed for me. I started enjoying moving my body, and I even wanted to do more and more. It wasn't about losing weight. I was having fun. I was enjoying it. And without forcing it, something amazing happened. I noticed that not just my habits were changing in terms of exercising, but also my food choice was changing. I learned how to listen to my body and understand I am satiated, okay? I can eat whatever I want, but when I'm full, it's okay. I learned to say no. I learned to make healthier choices, and I enjoyed it. All of this started with me imagining people telling me, oh, you look great, you look so healthy. Or me telling friends, I feel so healthy, my body's changing so much. Fast forward to summer 2024. I was happy with my body, but I had an idea in my mind of how I wanted to look like and how I wanted to look like for me, not for my grandmother or for other people. It was all for me. So I took the time and I meditated on it. I visualized myself looking at the mirror and seeing the body that I wanted to have. And I focused on the feeling of feeling in peace with myself, of feeling proud of myself for having achieved that, and feeling happy. I'm going to be honest, I would still not go on a diet. I think this is a temporary fix, and what has to happen is a change of habit. But my mindset changed. I am not afraid of weighting myself. I'm not afraid of setting goals for my body. All of the stories that I carried with me, I've worked through them. And it took time. I don't want it to feel like it was very fast, but it took time. And even though I still notice that there is that voice in the back of my mind that sometimes shows up and wants to persuade me into thinking a certain way, into fearing a certain thing, or, feel like I used to feel in the past. But I'm stronger now. In the 3D, not much changed. I was still eating about, I would say, 1,800, 1,900 calories. I would still work out 3 times a week. What changed was suddenly my trainer was like, I'm changing my schedules. I can't train you at that time. So I had to change my trainer. With that, I got a new training plan, and other than that, I was doing exactly the same. But after a month, I had lost 6 pounds fat, pure fat, just fat. And my body was more defined. I was losing fat like crazy, even though I hadn't made any drastic changes really. And it was only 4 weeks, and my trainer didn't want to wait me after 4 weeks. She was like, nobody gets that much of results. That was also the voice of the past. You're not going to achieve your goal. Well, you know what? I did. So here is what I would like you to take away from my story. Manifestation isn't about forcing things to happen or controlling every little detail. It is about aligning with the feeling of what you want and letting it guide you. Also, try not to be in your head all the time. Everyone has something that is difficult for them to overcome. That makes us human. For you, it may be a specific person or money or health. For me, it was my body. I wouldn't have a problem manifesting specific people. I never had a problem manifesting money. But my body was what I had to overcome. My idea, my stories, my beliefs about myself and my body, my mindset. That was difficult. Working through those things took some time for me. And sure, I could have achieved that much faster, but it doesn't matter because now this is who I am. And this is what I achieved. And this is what I'm proud of. If you're struggling with resistance, reframe your focus. Dive deep and ask yourself, why do I want to be with this person? Why do I want that certain amount of money? What is behind it? You want to be happy. You want to feel loved. You want to have a comfortable life. You want to feel secure. What is behind that? And then you take that as your end goal. I didn't start my journey dieting or forcing myself to exercise or obsessing over numbers. What I did was I focused on my change of mindset and honoring myself. And every behavioral change that came afterwards was a result of my change in self-concept, in mindset, in perspective. Sometimes we want to rush things because we think, I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to lose this investment. I don't want to lose this money. Your focus is on the wrong place. You are not focusing on yourself. It's not about you. You are just using yourself to achieve something. And this is where the change has to happen. You have to do this for yourself. And it will take the time that it's necessary for you to change your mind. You can't force this. It can change in a minute. It can change in a year. It can change in between, okay? But you have to understand that you have to be your own priority. You have to put yourself first. You have to learn to respect yourself, because then you will learn to respect others. You have to learn to love yourself so that you can learn to love others unconditionally. Please let me know in the comment section what you're working on right now and how this video inspired you to reframe your goals or to go about this differently, because I want to cheer for you. I know that you can do this. Okay, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.